We're live? Jesus, dude, how old are you?
What do you mean?
You don't know how to turn off the sound on your computer.
I didn't turn it. I just had our own stream going. Because I went to share the link and I didn't close it. And then we went live and a YouTube ad popped up. Sue me.
Welcome to the mid show. All right, bang, bang. Presented by Miller Lite. Shout out to Miller Lite. Whatever you're looking forward to this season, there's only one thing that pairs well with every great moment. And it's a nice cold Miller Lite at just 96 calories a can. Miller Lite is the only light beer you'll want to celebrate all season long, or not celebrate, just watch football and be not happy. But whether you're at the stadium playing fantasy football or watching the game at home or at the bar, Miller Lite is here for you to make your football season taste like Miller time. It's Miller time all season long. From kickoff till the clock runs out, you can't go wrong with a Miller Lite in your hand. Like I said yesterday in the emergency post-game show, we will be at Bourbon Street in Marionette Park this weekend to watch the Bears take on the Bucks. So come on out for that. And
should be great.
Yeah.
Some Miller Lights. Some comfort Miller Lights.
Right the ship.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Have to.
Yeah, we'll be drinking Miller.
Yep.
And that's what's most important. So
Always.
make it Miller time all season long. Get Miller Lite delivered right to your door when you visit MillerLite.com/redline. Or you can get it anywhere that they sell beer. Just make sure you celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Welcome to the show, main crew today. Our regular crew today, I should say. Myself, White Sox Dave Chief. Danny is over there somewhere as well. There he is. No Mike.
Good.
That's fine.
Right all right, there he is.
Okay.
We have to start off today's show. We went through it yesterday. Our resident Jets fan. Dude, I think we do.
We do.
I
We
think
have to
we
start
do
there.
have to get into
This is a
this.
Chicago sports podcast.
No, truly not.
This is a lifestyle podcast. And your lifestyle.
I was concerned about your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so was I.
What can you say about this situation that the people want? Like, what can you even say?
Well, I'm very curious because the video last night at the end of the game made me laugh. Fuck you, White Sox Dave.
Didn't make sense.
Sure it did, because you were like, everybody pray for Tom. Like you were adding him on Twitter.
It always makes sense.
Yeah. And so I love that. I feel like that. I saw the clip of the bar. The bar was going fucking wild for the win. But I can't imagine what it's like to have a great emotional win and then wake up the next day and be like, our season's over. So is that where you are?
I'll tell you what, brother. It's a hell of an experience.
Can you play the audio? I couldn't hear it at the on the Instagram version.
Yeah, I don't want to watch this. This is
Now, obviously, this is at 10:22 p.m. Central Standard Time last night, so I was
Wait, is it
well
White
asleep.
Sox Dave at the beginning?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Fuck you, White Sox Dave!
All right, yeah, thank you. I always need to hear one of those once in a while.
Is that a Sam
rolled
Darnold
over.
jersey?
no, it's Fitzpatrick jersey.
Okay.
I rolled over in my bed and saw the clip, and I didn't have the volume up at all, and just read his lips and laughed and rolled back over and went back to sleep.
I'll admit I don't know where fuck White Sox Dave came from. I think what happened was Danny was like, all right, I kind of need this for the mid show. Any comments, like, I think I took it as like any comments to the mid show, as in like any comments to the people, like the host on the mid show.
Oh, so it was just a generic fuck you, White Sox Dave.
I think you nailed it, Tom.
Well, it was
a pretty
also-
good one.
It was in my head that he tweeted at me like, pray for Tom. But
Oh, you never actually tweeted that? That was just in your head?
No, he did.
No, I did.
Oh,
I'm saying
okay.
I think that was just
Oh.
in my head, like White Sox.
Oh, in your head. Got you. And, I mean, you are a greasy New Yorker that he always shits on, so.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, that was.
You know?
That was.
You're not one of the greasy ones, though.
I was last night.
You're just a New Yorker, so
Yeah.
I don't got any
I don't know, it was-
qualms with Tom or his people. It's the other ones I got problems with.
Talking about Italians.
No, not the greasy
Okay.
ones.
All right.
So, listen, I'm sure, like, every sports show, whatever, has, like, beat this into,
Yeah, I can.
whatever. But, like, you are
You're
the
our
Rangers, Jets guy, like, and you've been on the show. So, like,
No,
I
I
think
know.
it's fair to ask you, like,
Yeah, it's just.
what was your instant reaction?
Probably, like I don't know, kind of like almost like fell on the floor. I don't know. There's really not much to react. It's just disbelief. It's like the biggest problem with being a Jets fan. It's like they just find new levels of misery of like inexplainable kind of insane. Like just they set the bar for like what can be like a new level of being. It can never just be like an embarrassing
Wrong.
horrible moment.
Wrong.
It's always like a record-setting, never before seen, like world-stopping moment. And like even I think it was like Schefter or Rappaport tweeted like,
Hey, Dave.
this could go down as like the worst injury in sports history. And
Yeah.
I think fucking
He
RDT
did have the
quote tweeted it like,
butt
what
fumble.
about Sean Taylor getting
that
shot?
was
which is one of the
crazy.
craziest tweets I've seen in my
Yeah.
like on Twitter.
Hey, Dave, don't try to one-up him here.
But no, I mean you can't one up.
No,
this
we're
kid.
brothers in arms.
Like the,
Yeah.
the whole like building up to it, the hard knocks, everything. Like I was saying it before to Dante. It's like my favorite team, my number one team happens to play a sport where it revolves around a position that we just can't have. It's quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers torn
man.
Achilles might be the most devastating injury to a team and fan base in NFL history. That's what Schefter said. Hard to argue.
Yeah.
Hard to argue.
And what did
How excited were you when he ran out of the tunnel with the American flag, though?
I was jacked up, man. I was all the way jacked up. Yeah, no,
Gotta be.
it's kind of like.
and then 4 plays later.
Someone tweeted out that it was like the Aaron Rodgers highlight montage. It was just that one clip of him running out with the flag.
2023.
The 2023 highlight montage. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I was trying so hard not to just like laugh, but I couldn't help it. I felt guilty about it, but I could not help laughing at that situation. 4 plays and like just the way that like he got up at first and then just like all defeated, like sat back down and like waited for the cart. It was.
And there's so many little moments off of it that as the day went out, like the Clemmer thing was
Oh
nuts.
my God, fucking Clemmer, yeah, that was
Kevin.
absurd.
Yeah, and that one guy, like, at first I thought, did you see that one tweet where the guy's
Yeah.
like, fucking
You don't know the journey?
soaking wet, MetLife Stadium field, and a 40-year-old quarterback. What could go wrong? He's going to tear his Achilles. I thought it was one of those
that tweet, yeah.
ones where they just write up 1,000 insane predictions and then delete them all, and 1 out of the 1,000 will come correct. You know how some accounts will do that.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those, but no, he nailed it. He looked like it was a normal guy.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
It was bizarre, man. It was like you can't.
It's bad for like I think the whole NFL too because
Totally.
Big
we have
time.
we have like 5 more fucking primetime games where no one wants to watch Zach Wilson on primetime.
Yeah, like I've never got to watch that guy and enjoy him. I was just like, I
Yeah.
wonder what it's going to be like to watch him and not care. Mm-hmm. And
I still cared. I don't like seeing him succeed on the football field. Nah, fuck him.
but I want to watch it and have no emotion attached to it.
I would have had emotion attached. That's
Like
what I'm saying.
residual?
I'll always have emotion
Yeah.
attached to it.
The win was awesome, but like like the I don't know like the negative part about it's like it's just it kind of like confirmed all like the shit I was talking about the Jets. Like my biggest point, like anyone who came after me who would say like Aaron Rodgers is washed, he's not the same. My biggest point was like they have such a good team around him that like we didn't need an MVP Aaron Rodgers, so I didn't want to hear that from like Packers fans. I was like, yeah, I don't care.
That was very clear last night
So
too.
it made it so clear
Yeah.
that this team is so fucking good, and they're going to be the worst great team I think the Jets have ever had.
Yeah. I mean, you could get the 8 wins.
Yeah, no man's land. At least we
Yeah.
got the first, though. It's like the weird.
Yeah.
Are you like at all going to give Wilson another shot?
Well, the New York Jets are because they have no choice. But
You as a
Brady?
fan.
I have no hope in Zach Wilson. I think he's the worst to ever do it. I think I've tweeted it multiple times. It's tough, man. Like you try. Like I've given him so much. I've tried to have like hope and talk myself into it, and then I don't know. You got to. I mean, all you can do is hope, but it's just gonna. We're in a weird position where it's like all you can do is just hope for it. There's nothing else you can really look towards. I was just scrolling through the possible quarterbacks on like the free agency or someone like people who the Jets can get, and it's all horrible options. So
What about
I don't know, man. I knew I was going to be asked about this today. I don't know what to say.
28 days till hockey, Tom.
That's even the Rangers are in a worse spot.
I was talking to this Jets fan at the bar yesterday, and he was like, I got fucking tickets for Dallas next week. I'm taking my whole family. Why the fuck should I even go now?
dude? Oh, so you were at Country Club as well?
Yeah.
So the whole place, how did it was just dead silent?
I mean,
a pin drop?
What?
Because it's a Jets bar in Chicago. If people don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Rodgers went down, it was a pin drop. I mean, you like the place was packed with Jets fans. It was kind of pretty awesome. I've been there a few times for games, and it was it's always like kind of like been middle of the season by the time I go, so it's like not that packed. But like this was the season opener. Aaron Rodgers, it was nuts. Yeah, you could hear a pin drop. I will say I was just in like a pure like delusion. Like yeah, this was the clip. Like by the time that they were making a kind of a comeback, I mean they were in the game the entire time. By the time they were making a comeback, like that entire bar, nothing mattered. Like Aaron Rodgers being out there didn't matter. We were all just there for the win, and we were celebrating the moment. And so like I went to bed last night just being like, just celebrate that win, and you'll deal with it tomorrow. And then the morning happened, and I'm back to reality. But for one little blissful moment, this was the happiest I've been in years.
Did you go through like any denial, like when he sat down, where you're like, oh, I wonder what this is about, or like,
nah, he'll be fine,
or like,
well, the worst part was I just kept saying that's Achilles. The worst part was I had Max and Smacky Jables sitting across from me being like, dude, it's not the Achilles. It's not the Achilles. He's fine. It's not the Achilles. I'm like, you guys, you doing this is giving me false hope. That's even meaner. Stop. So
that's what I was wondering, if you were in denial.
If you want to go to my Twitter, I was up late just researching Twitter doctors. This one guy was convincing me that there was other options besides
the Achilles,
and
the pin drop moment had to be seeing the cart, because you were probably just in disbelief the whole time, like, oh, how bad is it?
This guy was saying it's not it.
We don't have to play. Yeah, I mean, now it's just stupid because it already came
confirmed
out.
It. Yeah,
this guy was running through other different options about other muscles that could have been. And I was like, you know what? Like, what was that? That was 1 a.m. hours after the game ended. I was like, you know what? Like, and that, Jet Ski's reply is exactly what I had. I was like, after watching this, I can go to sleep now. Thank you.
Stephen Chase said he saw a doctor today, said he might be able to come back for the playoffs.
Okay.
With an Achilles?
That's what Stephen
Kind
Chase.
of doctor is Stephen Shea going to?
Stephen Chase, he said he's a trustworthy Twitter doctor who said that, who told him that.
Isn't Achilles like a 14-month minimum typically?
Achilles
he might not be back in time for week 1 next year.
And Achilles can ruin your career when you're like 30 years old.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah.
You think he's toast forever?
Yeah, I think that's the only.
39's not young.
It is like
Aaron Rodgers.
The grossest thing, because you could see it ball up in his calf.
There was,
and it was just. Ugh. I saw that happen in like a pickup basketball.
Oh.
And the guy was just dribbling top of the key, and he just planted like normal, and then he went down, and he's like, I think I tore my Achilles, and you could see it like balled up. I'm like, yep, that's probably what you did.
I have a buddy who is he's one of those 16-inch softball hardos, and he's always like, yeah, no, like if I tear my ACL, like I'll just rehab and I'll get back out on the field, because a lot of guys at this age are like, you tear something, you're like, I'm done, like career's over, like I'm old, like no point in playing beer league softball anymore when my body is not built for it. But he's just like, the only thing that I'll never play again is an Achilles. Like he just, it's just his. It was just kind of funny to hear from a beer league softball player, but that's where he's at. That's the only injury that he will never attempt to come back from. Yeah, that's a bridge too far.
Can't DH, can't do anything.
Yeah,
he's done.
It's a bridge too far, the Achilles. But man, dude, it was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was,
the only way to put it.
Believable, though. But believable.
It would only happen to them.
We talked yesterday, Tom, where it's like you can't, like, some things just aren't.
The one thing I'll say about Clemmer's thing, like, I've had that conversation with a couple of my Jets fans from home. Like, that's the world we live in. Like, talking about, did you see, like, Aaron Rodgers on Hard Knocks? It's going to be incredible. Can't wait for him to, like, tear his ACL the first game of the season. Like, you throw out those, like, hypotheticals as Jets fans just because we've been through it. And then for it to happen like that.
It was tough.
Yeah, we didn't even get a fucking pass, man. We didn't, like, it said on the board, it's like 0 for 1 attempts. Like, he was just throwing the ball away. He didn't really even have a real attempt.
Like, you couldn't even.
We didn't get one fucking pass from Aaron. I can't.
It would have been nice to get that one pass.
I mean, and you just see all the potential of Garrett Wilson too, and it's just.
Do you think they at least give Brady a call? You have to, right?
It's
malpractice if you don't.
Yeah, they're calling Brady. They're 100% calling Brady.
You have to.
He's available.
I mean, I saw the photoshops, but like, can you, if you're Tom Brady and you just went into the Patriots, whatever ceremony they did, Hall of Fame, did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. At the game week 1, and then week 2, you're playing for the Jets.
Do they play the Patriots next week? I mean, they might.
I don't know, but like, I'm just saying,
the
like
Jets play the Cowboys,
the arch rival.
Right, that's exactly
Like, you can't go in the Patriots Ring of Honor or whatever they put him in.
Sure, you can.
And then
Tom Brady could do whatever the fuck he wants.
Sure, he can. You can't, but you can.
There's no options out there. That's what's
You would
Colin Kaepernick's available.
Would you be excited about that, Tom?
what.
Tom Brady.
Probably not. No.
Wow.
He'd get hurt
There's
too.
there's nothing that could make him excited. Do you buy into the turf shit or no?
Dude, I think so. I mean, like it's been a lot of injuries. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, I can't pretend like I know anything about sports science. I have no idea. The only thing is, it's just like once you see athletes talk about it, and I don't know. I think we've seen a lot of injuries in MetLife. So
It's kind of funny the ever so turning field surface argument. Like first it was AstroTurf. Everyone was got to get rid of
Have you ever
AstroTurf.
played on AstroTurf?
I had. That was my high school
Gately?
field. Hanson Field was
How the
AstroTurf.
fuck did they play on that?
I played on it.
I know.
Played on it, Yeah.
I did one game.
Yeah. You
Concrete.
you were a turf. Yeah, it was like a mini golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little squishier than a mini golf course.
Right.
Yeah. It was crazy. But like first it was that, then they got rid of it. They did field turf, and then now like field turf's not good enough either.
Hey,
You know?
just fuck. There's people cutting corners on costs.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Go
fucking
grass.
grow some grass and throw some water on there and sprinkle some fertilizer and just
Nice
play
Kentucky
on.
bluegrass.
If the
Ed.
poor ass city of Chicago, that is owned by the Soldier Field, owned by the Park District, can pay for grass, Woody Johnson and fucking the Mara family can split some grass.
Yeah.
costs.
fuck Woody Johnson.
They could split some.
Why
grass
fuck
costs.
Woody Johnson?
Fuck Woody Johnson.
That injury
it's
wasn't
not Woody.
because of the turf, though.
Look at
Dude,
he got
pull a
rolled
picture
up
of
on.
Woody Johnson. Just
I know what he looks like.
no, you see him at the game yesterday in his box with that stupid fucking chain, acting like he's all cool and he's part of this new regime of the Jets when he was the head of the Jets during like the worst fucking time, did nothing about him, and now he's like,
Yeah, but Dave, though, people are like, they're saying that his cleat stuck in because your cleat gets a little more
look at this fucking guy.
lodged.
Fuck this guy.
Nothing wrong with Woody. He's just trying to live out his old age,
All right, Eddie. Yeah.
right? You didn't. Did you see the argument at all?
I mean, I saw people talking about.
Whereas grass, like it releases freer, like it gets
Yeah.
plugged a little more.
I don't know, like Tom, I'm not going to act like I'm a physician, but
I will.
I thought it looked like he just got rolled up under unfortunate injury, dog shit luck. It didn't look like it.
I feel like Achilles are always just luck.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they just roll and they pop.
I like to just think like he was like if it was that easy, he was going to get hurt at some point this year. You know.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, his
I
calf
will
was
say
so-
though.
that's some next level fucking spin
Yeah.
zoning.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it was inevitable he was going to tear his Achilles.
I will
anyways.
say that
Might as well
deep-
get it
you
over week one.
You got to
That-
let me spin, Dave. You got to let me.
No,
spin.
that defense, that
By all means.
those weapons, it looked like that was a team like the AFC was there.
they
for
really
them.
could have won the
They-
Super Bowl.
They really could have.
Their odds got to be plummeting now with Zach Wilson
but
starting.
they had it. They have everything you need except for that quarterback now.
And
They
now
spent the
it
number
kinda-
2 pick on a quarterback too, just 2 years ago.
Yeah, been there.
Yeah, man.
Braden Mann, the punter, made a tackle in a 2020 game against the Rams, ensuring that they won, ensuring that we didn't get the number 1 pick. Would have been Trevor Lawrence.
He would have been nice to have
Imagine
right now
the Jets
too.
with Trevor Lawrence.
I saw the list of quarterbacks too. Like you're probably going to look at Trubisky.
Is he? He's not on the Steelers.
He's not the Steelers, but like he's available.
Yeah, what a 6th round pick, something.
Carson Wentz, Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, Josh Rosen, Joe Flacco, Matt Ryan. Even though he said he's officially retired, this is from
Said
Dov
he's
Klein.
not officially
He said
retired.
he's not officially retired. Sorry. Chase Daniel, Nick Foles,
Trevor
Kellen
Siemian.
Mond, Bryce Perkins, Trevor Simeon, Danny Elling, Colt McCoy, Ian Book, Matt Barkley, Brett Hundley.
Trevor Simeon already had.
So those are all free
Yes.
agents.
Who is the best name on that list?
Trevor Simeon.
Wentz.
Wentz
You think it's for sure Wentz?
I think so.
or maybe Ryan. Ryan's cooked. Not Bard.
Yeah, I mean,
Book's not on the team?
It's just a whole lot of nothing.
I'm trying to. I gotta find the one I found.
Cam Newton
Nick
had.
Foles will get you a win.
Yeah, Nick Foles will
There's,
get you.
Yeah, wasn't it, there was one on ESPN. Joe Flacco, Colin Kaepernick, Ben DiNucci. That was a funny one I saw.
Yeah, it's
Remember
tough.
that guy?
I
Yeah,
had
no, there's no options.
Tough
Well-
script this year.
Yeah.
This is the other one. Top other ones that Trubisky, Davis Mills, Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett, Marcus Mariota. That was from Nick the Costos, my friend.
Well,
Nick.
there you go.
What?
Jacoby.
That. Honestly, probably right.
What's old Ted Bridgewater doing?
I would
around now?
love Jameis Winston on the Jets. Just give the fans something.
Something
He's
fun.
in Vegas.
I think he's still in New Orleans, right?
No, is he on a team?
No, he's on a team. I think
Jameis?
Jameis is backing up
Yeah.
Carr.
Yeah.
in New Orleans. Yeah.
You're right. Never mind. Yeah,
He's better
Stinks.
than backup. What's gonna matter there?
Where's
Yeah.
Where's Ted Bridgewater at now?
Is he on the Giants? I think he's on the. Oh no, that's Tyler Taylor.
The Lions.
Yeah.
Didn't even know he was
Yeah.
in a
Right.
fucking
He's wearing
division.
number 50 as the backup. He's got a
Is
Mike
he?
linebacker number. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because they changed that rule, and he's like, "Give me number 50."
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I actually hated him. Now I kind of like him.
Did you ever give Dave that dub about Ted Bridgewater?
Yeah, when he made the
did.
business decision, I gave it to him.
He did.
Yeah, the Broncos won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was like 18 months ago, probably.
That was nice of you, Dave. Or nice of you, Chief.
Hey, I admit when I'm wrong all the time. It's one of my best qualities.
What would make you feel better, Tom? Should we call people in here and ask them? They have gun to head. They got to pick one person who should be the next Jets quarterback.
Nothing would make me feel better.
Okay.
I've been
What
through this all
okay.
day.
Could we should we take you out to dinner or something? Like, what should we do for you?
No, fuck that. We're Bears fans.
He's our guy, though. Tom's our guy.
I don't know. I'm just.
You missed out on oysters this weekend too, pal.
Yeah.
We got some oysters and they're good. We got East Coast and West Coast.
Are you
Love mixing it up.
Are you sad you missed the trip, Tom?
Yeah, it looked fun.
he goes. So obviously, if you're listening and you don't know, we went to Colorado this past weekend for Colorado, Nebraska.
Coach
And
Prime.
He's like, oh, how'd it go? I was like, good, great weekend. And he's like, oh, any arguments, any fights? I was like, nope. He's like, oh shit, am I the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go, honestly, Tom, it's a
Maybe.
good question. It's
Yeah.
good self-awareness by you.
Yeah.
But I do think a big thing that helped was for the first time we stayed in a hotel rather
Yeah.
than
On
An
top of it, yeah.
Airbnb.
Airbnb. So that makes a difference when you're not in the same living space.
Definitely. And we weren't there long enough to have any fights.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
only
we
out
were
for
there.
36
Yeah.
hours. There was no time for arguments.
Mhm.
Although you guys got into a little bit. It was just friendly debate, friendly banter about the wrestling match again. But
We did?
yeah, you guys.
I got to say, shout out Proper 12. I had a few too many whiskey gingers, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really recall having a debate about the wrestling match.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a big debate on camera.
For real?
Oh, yeah.
On camera?
Yeah. You don't remember this?
Oh, boy.
Nope, not
It was-
ringing a
it was-
bell.
It was at the
Dave
bar
got
right after the game.
Dave got mad at me briefly, which is nothing
Do
new.
you remember this?
Nope. This is news to me.
Dude.
I also had a few too many whiskey gingers.
I remember.
Let's vet that video.
I
before-
kind of feel like they might be fucking with us now.
No, I mean,
because I don't.
there's some on footage, and then it got to the point where like no cameras. We're like, oh,
Yeah, we turned it off.
No.
I don't
think the same
recall
thing.
this at all.
I would have remembered this.
I have the footage. But I don't know. I didn't hear anything. I was doing ads.
On
I had a great
that
time,
moment,
though.
Ed did make a massive proclamation at the airport
Here's
on
a
the
lie.
way home.
Here's a lie.
Let's hear it.
You said you're going to adopt a puppy as soon as we get to 100K subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh. Yeah, do the pause thing. You
Yeah.
watch it for like a week, right?
Why would I want to adopt a puppy right now when I know that if I adopt one, you guys are just going to say it's a beard, like it's just a front.
You know, what's that?
A beard.
No, but they say that what you should do.
Heard of a beard?
Yeah, you never heard of a beard?
Nah,
I don't know. Is that
Like
still-
Elaine.
Is this still,
Elaine
yeah,
was.
is this
yeah,
still culturally appropriate to say that?
Yeah, actually, it's very problematic.
Yeah, that's right. Well, but like,
Cancel Ed.
you know what I mean.
Can we cancel Ed?
What'd you say?
I would love to cancel Ed.
What'd you say?
Culture appropriation is not the word you're looking for.
Yeah, that's still, that's still politically correct.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Directionally correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, directly correct.
Directly
Exactly.
correct,
So
yeah.
a beard is with someone who is married to someone to hide the fact that they
Yes.
are
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to make a joke about Tom? Do you have one?
Nah. It's
Okay.
gotta come. It's gotta come like freely. I can't
All
just
right.
think.
Okay, conjure him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brave.
Okay.
That's brave of you.
I'll come back to it though. Let me.
Yeah.
He's had a
Let
hard
him
enough
stew
day
on
as
it.
it is. Yeah.
Dave never forces those jokes.
Yeah. Nope.
They hit every single time.
But no, I think that we would give you credit. You'd have to have the dog. You can't give the dog back. But I think if you had the dog and treated the dog well, I think you would eventually become a dog person.
What do you think about people who give dogs back?
They're Satan to me.
Really?
I follow the.
You got to have a very good excuse.
Like you're terminally ill yourself. I hate it. Like, oh, we had this dog for 2 years. We're moving out of town. It's like you can fucking move out of town with a dog. Figure it out. I follow the shelter I got my dog from on Instagram, and there's a post like that once a week. Unfortunately, Sadie had to get left back at the shelter after 2 years of in her forever home. Like, it's sad. I hate those people.
I have seen like a couple where it's like
Yeah.
there's a note with the dog being like, hey, I just lost my job. I've been losing my house. Like, I can't afford to feed my kids and the dog. Those ones just like, please be good to him. And it just like rips your heart out.
It's super fucking sad.
Dave has no remorse for that.
Dave,
Terminally ill or bust.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Dogs aren't fucking expensive to feed. If you couldn't afford
All right, what
to
about a
feed your
vet
dog
bill you're
before,
fucking complaining about all the time? Well, not all the time, but you've complained about in the past.
Yeah.
they're no fun.
How do you feel about homeless people that have dogs?
Also,
It's a good
don't
question.
That's what I mean. That's a very good question.
Like 'em. Also, don't like it
Why not?
because the dog needs to be
Does the-
treated like a
Does
prince
the
or
dog
princess
know
then.
that the dog? Does the dog know that he's homeless?
It could be
Good
no,
question.
it doesn't. No, but I know that it's homeless. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but then is the dog serving his purpose by giving the homeless person some kind of companionship and something to like?
Or
Live
he's
for.
suffering and not eating like he should, or she, and frolicking, and I don't know. They probably are getting decent exercise. Homeless people walk a bunch, I assume, right? They got nothing else to do, so.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at him?
It depends. What's the dog's alternative?
That's what I mean. Like, would you rather have that dog go live in a shelter or be homeless with a
Right.
homeless person?
You
Assuming
don't
it eats
don't
enough.
like how they the dog gets them way more money, obviously.
100%.
But like if this was their dog from the start, sure.
kinda fucked up.
If they just like found a stray dog, that's a different story. But
So it's got to be a built-in dog.
yes,
Like they got homeless.
Yeah,
they
that-
had a home together.
Yeah, think about that. Like if you're on hard times and you
See, in that case, then Ace would be homeless with me, except he would
Right.
be feeding and eating and stuff. I wouldn't. He would eat before I would.
You're so full of shit. This guy acts like he's Mr. fucking humanitarian when it comes to a dog.
Rescued him out of a dumpster, didn't you?
I did.
When?
I mean, he was rescued out of a dumpster. That's why his name's Ace.
You act like you picked him up out of the dumpster yourself.
Effectively did.
I
George is going to
paid
a
those
kill
bills.
shelter.
Dave's a hero.
I intercepted George on his way to a kill shelter.
Rob doesn't have Rob. We'll get to that in a minute.
Who's Rob?
Who is Rob?
I just got a
Dave's beard.
DM saying I'm trolling that Rob guy who put out the Barstool hit piece on burner accounts, and I'm giving him fake information that you evade taxes, FYI. Just trying to troll and waste his time, giving you a heads up. All right, that's kind of funny.
That is kind of funny.
What
but
if he actually comes out with a hit piece of me? That'd be fucking hilarious.
What if he digs in and you didn't pay your taxes the right way? You got audited.
Hopefully, he finds out that you saved the dog.
Yeah,
That'll help.
I'll tell
Yeah.
him about Ace.
If this guy was actually whoever is DMing you, this guy Rob out of nowhere, he should have done it with Rico because Rico would have
Would've
lost
lost
his
his fucking
fucking mind. Rico, he's on record about being worried about not paying his taxes. People thinking he doesn't pay his taxes. It's doth protest too much.
It's funny.
That should have done
So
that.
that's where Rob came from. But Ed has never had the companionship of a dog,
Alright.
and he would never understand.
I have. You guys,
No, you
you
didn't.
guys love to conveniently forget stuff.
Yeah, you pet your sister's dog that one time.
Yeah,
I lived with him, you dumbasses.
but
Not by choice. It was
You-
either be homeless as a child or live with your sister's dog, who was also.
But
No,
if,
tough
if,
choice.
if you've ever developed
Exactly.
like an actual bond with a dog, it's like fucking Avatar a little bit. You actually do develop that bond where it's like you two are best friends. If you had ever developed that bond with the dog, you would understand exactly what I'm talking about when you're calling me Mr. Humanitarian. Because you would treat that dog like a fucking royalty.
I don't
as
know
well.
that he would.
Or he might not. He
Or
might
he
just
might
be
not.
this evil
Talking about
dictator.
your dog overdosed on 3 cheese.
Yeah, because he was curious.
Overdosed on
And
3 cheese. You threw him on the garbage chute with a wing one time on accident.
that's not true.
That's a diversionary tactic
Yeah,
you just
of course.
did. Yeah.
And I'm just not gonna dignify it with any emotional response
Why not?
because I know what he's doing. I know
He
exactly.
still
what he's
did
doing.
it. He did it though.
He did do it.
For those who don't know, Dave told us a while ago that he just throws chicken wings straight down the garbage chute.
And people agreed that it's a perfectly acceptable move.
We need that 24-hour live stream, man.
I know. We came to. We found out about something else that we need the live stream for, right?
Yeah.
What was it?
That was in Colorado too.
Yeah, something about you when eating something you just let drip down your chin. Mangoes.
Yeah. And first of all, I didn't even say that. You pretty
I
much
did not say that.
Oh,
It was
And I
him.
put all the zest in the world on it.
It was him.
What did I
It was not me. Like you're the one. Oh, I just picture you. The picture Dave.
Well,
dripping.
it's just like it struck me in a similar way to the banana nut bread thing, where you're just like, I make it every 6 weeks, and then the mango comment where you're just like, oh, I love a big juicy. Oh,
See,
you're like,
I
bite.
don't believe you for a
bite-
second
you
because
said
I've
you
talked
bite
about
right
this.
into it.
That is absolutely not what I said. I slice it up and I eat it. You don't eat the skin of a mango. But I've a couple of times recently been under the influence of 3-Chi, and I'll be like going to bed and I'll just find myself eating entire mangoes.
Yeah, it's just a funny.
But have you ever eaten a mango? You can't start once you stop, or you can't stop once you
I
start.
don't really like melon in general.
It's
I'm not a mango guy.
so delicious and it's so juicy. Sometimes you get a little dribble on your chin.
I never had a mango. Sometimes you work
I've
through
never
it.
had a mango.
No.
I actually do think I'm a little allergic to them too.
Why do you think?
What are your
Every
symptoms?
time, like,
Do
I'll
you
get
think
a
maybe you're
scratchy
just
throat.
maybe eating a whole one is just too much?
that makes you full? That doesn't give you like a scratchy throat
I don't know.
and like hot ears.
I feel like people don't sit down. I get that from tomatoes, the hot ear thing.
so you're probably a little allergic.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't sit there and just eat. You know,
You've never eaten like
A
sliced
whole-
tomatoes
a
with
whole
like
tomato?
olive oil and salt and pepper.
no, I do that a lot actually. Yeah, you're probably right about that.
You don't eat a tomato like an apple, you're saying.
No,
Like Dave does with mangoes.
right. I wouldn't do that. But I eat a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes are great.
And they go great with burrata.
They do.
Yeah, it's so weird to eat mangoes.
I didn't say that.
I think it's a little. I don't know
I
too
didn't-
many people who usually mango is part of like a fruit salad.
I got them to make smoothies. Yes.
Okay, and then, so I find I don't think.
Wait, now we got smoothies in the mix?
Have you seen what I've been eating here like for the last month?
parfaits.
I've been making myself yogurt parfaits. What's wrong with trying to eat somewhat healthy?
Nothing.
You guys are all
Yogurt
laughing.
parfaits
No,
are
there's
great.
just like but you have to admit that there's a difference between just having an apple
Can
and
I
having a mango. Like it's just a mango's a little bit more uncommon, and the idea of you having
It's exotic.
like dribbling mango
You don't
juice
like
down-
exotic fruit?
I don't
actually,
really like
This is
mangoes.
one where I think Dave you're in the minority. On
About
this
what?
one. I think like this.
You're
is,
sitting there
I
giggling
think
about it
it's-
too.
I think
This is the
no,
game he
it's
tries
not,
to play.
it's not.
It's a mental warfare.
I think it's normal for Dave to eat a mango at home with the lights on or with the lights off.
It was on I've done it twice. Lights were on, yeah.
No, but-
I don't like to eat in the dark. You can't eat in the
I
dark.
agree.
Can
Eating in
we
the dark's awful.
can we recreate the onion video with a mango? Please.
No.
Biting
'Cause there's
into
the
the-
skin on the. You don't eat the skin. You
On the
just
mango?
slice it off over all four sides, then you kind of eat it like a cantaloupe a little.
Oh. So you eat it like the guy in Big Daddy when he's in the courtroom scene?
I don't know. I can't visualize that.
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
Classic scene.
But mango is like the juiciest fruit too. It's so juicy.
Ooh, juicier than a plum.
No way.
Plums
Plums
pretty
are
juicy.
Plum, and then like a good peach.
Where did
Or-
mango go in the fruit draft? Was it drafted?
I think Dave probably drafted it.
I don't know. It's like a newer revelation. I've never bought them in my life until like recently, and I actually apples kind of stink.
Mango's a luxury fruit for sure. Mangoes are great, for the record, Dave. I'm with you.
They're delicious.
But they're not the standard fruit.
That's
in
what
the
I'm
fruit bowl.
saying. Like I was chopping them up and freezing them and making smoothies out of them and various other fruits. And then obviously I'm fucking stoned out of my gourd. And I see it just sitting there in my fruit bowl, so I sliced it up and I ate it.
That's the whole thing that I find funny, that you're going in for this mango, sitting there with it dripping down while you're watching Top Gun for the 8th time that week.
A mango is going to strongly affect or enhance your high.
How so?
That's what they say. Oranges, vitamin C, yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
I never knew that.
I've never heard
Cushion
this either.
orange juice. Wiz Khalifa.
Is mango vitamin C?
I think all fruit has vitamin C.
Probably.
Isn't there something if you drink orange juice after, like you could die?
No. What, after what? Smoking weed?
Ed thinks if you smoke weed, you can die.
No.
No, it's like it. People say it stunts your hunger.
What does?
With orange juice after getting high. By people, I mean certain rappers.
Wiz
Khalifa, man, higher than a ceiling fan.
I'm trying to fucking find it.
I think you're wrong, Ed. I don't think you can die from drinking
I don't
a
think you
glass
could die
of
from orange juice, yeah.
after
I'd be like on
hitting
warning
a
labels
bong.
and shit.
Yeah.
At least let me fucking look up the stat before you just tell me I'm fucking wrong.
Hey, Ed, I'm not going to let you look up the stat.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's never been a lethal amount of orange juice.
hey, Ed, I would have been dead
You
3
might
times
shit
already.
your brains out a little
It's
bit.
not with weed, dumbasses. It's like some other thing. It's
I'm
like
sure if you
What,
drink...
fentanyl?
Well, you
Yeah,
could,
maybe if you have
could die
fentanyl.
on too much grapefruit.
It's
it
it's
might-
highly acidic.
Yeah,
Yes,
burn
you
through
could
your
die if
stomach.
you have too much grapefruit.
I'm sure you could die if you eat too
You
much
didn't
broccoli.
know that?
No, I think we talked about it because I drafted grapefruit because I like grapefruit.
Grapefruit's kind of bad to me.
Grapefruit, that's like ultimate old as fuck. You got a half of a grapefruit in like the breakfast
He
table.
Spooning
eats
it
it out
out.
like with the spoon.
Yeah. I haven't done it probably in over
Can
a
I
year.
say something? That's actually how I ate the mango.
What?
Sliced the top off, and then I went around the big ass core with a spoon. I didn't actually.
Like you're scooping out a pumpkin kind of thing?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I
it
feel
worked.
like pulling people in here. Do you mind if we pull people in?
I don't
here?
care.
let's pull.
To ask about your garbage chute and your mango behavior. Just say it. Be like, hey, is
Yeah,
it,
no. I
I'm
want to talk
willing-
to Megan anyways.
I'm
Get
willing
Megan in
to
here.
concede the mango eating,
I just
even though I
texted
do
her.
think it's a little. It's the idea of you doing it, watching Top Gun in
Mr.
the dark makes me
3G,
laugh.
You're telling me you've never gotten a little fucking stoned and stumbled to your fridge and eaten something weird?
Eaten.
Hold on, before we get Megan in here, what's up, Megan? You could sit over there for a second if you don't mind. Are you busy? No. Sorry, my fault. Before we talk about this, though, I do want to talk about ChevyDriveChicago.com. Calling all Bears fans, Barstool, and ChevyDriveChicago.com want to give you a chance to enter to win a VIP game watch experience with the Barstool Chicago team. You and a friend can have a chance to watch the Bears vs. Kansas City game on Sunday, September 24th at a local Chicago bar. All you have to do to enter is go to ChevyDriveChicago.com. While you're there, take a look at the new truck lineup, and remember, it's time to drive what Justin Fields drives. We're excited for that, too. We got back-to-back watch parties. Week 3, I believe, will be at Cody's Public House in
I do love Cody's.
Lakeview. Great spot, so you could come hang out with us, watch the game. All you got to do to enter, like I said, is ChevyDriveChicago.com. And look at the Silverado while you're there.
That's the one to look at, I think.
You think so?
As time goes along, I think I'm inching closer to getting that Silverado.
I love it. I love it. If that's not for you, they got the Trax, they got the Cruise, they got the Blazer, they got the Equinox, they got the Traverse. I know the whole lineup. And there's more, too. Go do that, ChevyDriveChicago.com. Shout out to Chevy. Megan, what's up?
What's up, guys?
All right. Two-part question.
2-part. Okay, I'm nervous.
And you say, like, normal behavior or not normal behavior.
Okay.
Because he's gonna put Megan. I know you're gonna answer, but there has to be a qualifier that he's not gonna include. Ed, go ahead, and then I'll
He
add
was
on.
high when he did this.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Wait, I was going to go with the garbage chute first.
Either one.
Pick your poison.
Can you throw loose food in your garbage chute? Like,
No.
Okay, so if you had a couple wings, just a couple bones, and you just run to the garbage chute, throw it down, that's not acceptable.
Like communal garbage chute on an apartment floor.
No, you would just get like a grocery bag that you save whenever you
That's-
come home from the store. Just throw them in there.
Thank you, Megan.
What do you mean, thank
Point.
you?
You never said
We have
the-
gone over this, and you even agreed with me. You're trying to fucking lie right now. It's annoying.
I'm not lying.
You are.
What
You've
if-
gone over, and you're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
What did I get in the middle of?
So say I get a takeout.
4-year-old arguments.
I used to live in a. It was technically a mid-rise, but call it a high-rise. It had elevators. I
Because you
never
were in
took
it?
this.
I'm
Yes.
just joking.
I don't know what that means.
You said high rise. You remember saying you were
Oh,
high
yeah,
when you
yeah,
did
yeah,
these
yeah.
things.
Now I get
it.
it.
Was a
Okay.
pun.
So my entire floor is like completely vacant. I feel like, but it was me and then the garbage room. Say I got takeout, I would take the styrofoam and take it straight to the garbage chute that got taken out every single day, being hundreds of apartments in this building. Garbage came every single day. They think that's like caveman disgusting behavior.
I don't. The argument's me that I always thought it was.
Same. I'm not
Was-
trying to confabulate for anything.
We have talked about this, and you're like,
Hey,
oh,
hey,
wow.
Dave, I don't think that if it was the food inside of a closed container,
That
we would be talking about it for years.
Yeah, that was never the story. You
that
said
is not.
you put the
because
bone straight in the chute. Is what you
Yes,
said.
you had to eat a couple wings. It's like you ate it over the garbage can, but instead of eating over your garbage can, you ate it over the chute and you just chucked it in.
Yeah, that's not. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I tweeted a video of it, and everybody was on my side. Every single person.
Well,
yes,
I'm on your
because
side
I
right
think there's
now,
two
too.
different arguments.
If it's loose,
You
food,
guys
no.
were the ones that said that just
I think we have
assumed.
the clip from the rundown if you want to play it.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah,
see
play
it.
it.
Let's see it. This is like click.
I
like
regularly flood my toilet when I'm cleaning my bathroom because I flush paper towels down, and so I got
Oh,
to
this-
get out of
Why
it
do you do that?
because it's
Because he
right
runs
there.
out of toilet paper and wipes
Because
his ass with
it's
paper towels.
Shut the fuck up, Carl. It's because it's right there instead of walking the 10 feet to the bathroom. So I'm like wiping down the mirrors in the shower stall and everything with the paper towels, and I flood my toilet.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't fuck up the plumbing, though, I don't think. Eventually it goes down. One condom's not going to fucking clog anything.
can.
I'm not even hardly using my garbage can in my apartment because I
that's
just
good.
throw
Really?
everything down the garbage chute
So
immediately.
I don't think you should do that either, right?
You're supposed to use bags.
Because the garbage men are having a hell of a time. Like,
so are you putting like banana peels and shit like directly in there?
Food, 100%, because food rots and smells. If it's a solid, then I'll throw it in the garbage.
So you- Joe,
if
the
it's
garbage
food,
man's
it's going
losing his
directly
mind
to the
right now.
garbage chute.
how do you live?
You are one of a.
What is
you
wrong
are
with
one
that?
in a million.
What is
Dave,
wrong with
but
that? I regularly flood my toilet when I'm cleaning my Now bathroom. go to the other
Okay,
video.
but also, can we address the fact that you regularly flood your toilet? Let's like.
I don't know what that was about.
That
with a
shouldn't be.
condom.
That should. Well,
I don't know what the condom thing was about, though.
You don't use condoms.
Yeah, I
Balls.
asked you that, and then also just the paper towels down the toilet. You're like, I mean, it'll go down eventually. Why are we flooding your toilet so many times?
I don't know what we were talking about before that. I don't know the last time I've even flooded my toilet.
Can you admit something
What?
in that clip?
Yes, it sounds, but I.
So you should
You sounded-
apologize.
I'm not
Barb,
apologizing
say sorry to me,
because
please.
no, I'm not apologizing because we've done this on air before and we've had this exact discussion, and him and I had a 30-minute conversation, and there's a video somewhere on the Twitter sphere out there where Ed's like, "Oh, that's what you do," and it's me taking, I think, chicken wings in the styrofoam, in the plastic bag as well, to the garbage chute, which is what I do every single time I eat food because I don't
Can
want.
I call you bullshit? I feel like there's definitely been a high or drunk Dave that has 1,000% thrown loose food down that garbage.
I'm
disposal.
sure I have. I'm sure I have. But a banana peel's not fucking doing anything to the dumpster. And a garbage bag is not stopping rats from getting into.
I would
The
disagree.
garbage.
I
heavily.
think
It's
you could have
just-
flies and fruit flies if you
It's
got
keeping
banana
the
peels
chute
and chicken
clean.
wings. And, yeah.
That's the whole point. Because
Right.
if you're dropping down chicken wings and they're bumping down all over the place, or getting buffalo sauce or whatever, or
Maggots
the,
getting
the,
in
the
there.
banana peel could.
Do you
stick.
know what gravity is?
Yeah, I understand.
But
that.
you're the guy who thought that flies couldn't get like 100 yards out over the lake that day when we were sailing. Like, of course they can get into the chute. You can have fruit flies in the chute. There's nothing worse than fruit flies. I had to bleach my sink because I
gotta
had too
find a
many on
video.
my garbage disposal.
A banana peel. You ever smell like a banana peel? Like
Yeah, I'd rather have that in the dumpster at the bottom of the thing than rotting in my garbage in my 400 at the time square foot apartment. That's exactly why I would do it. And I would do it again if I lived in that same apartment right now.
Do it again.
And I would never stop doing it in spite of what you losers say.
No, but I don't. I think you're totally in the right as long as it's in like a
I agree. For
That
the record,
is
I agree.
We've had this conversation before, Ed, and I sent you the video.
But what about that conversation?
That conversation.
Oh,
is-
but okay.
You can't point to one conversation
Yeah.
and be like, this is gospel, but this one's not.
Yeah.
That conversation, everything I eat, like if it was food, it was going in a bag, yes, immediately to, and I'm fucking single. I eat takeout 5-6 nights a week. It's going straight to.
Besides when you make banana bread.
That's leftover shit in the morning. I just throw it in the oven.
Is that all it takes to make banana bread?
Kind of. I mean, you gotta mix it together.
With
yeah,
flour
with
in
like
there?
eggs and flour. It takes
Okay.
15 minutes.
Speaking of which, Makin Money's banana pudding is A+.
It was very good.
Thank you. I appreciate
A
that.
plus.
Thank you.
Number 2, you could ask Chief, because I don't want to word it wrong and I don't want to get my throat
I don't
slit.
even, the mango?
Yeah.
I almost want to defer to Dave.
They think it's weird that I got stoned and ate a mango a couple weeks ago.
Like an
Why?
apple.
That's
No, he didn't eat it like an apple, Dan. He chopped the top off. I didn't think it was weird as much as I thought it was funny.
When you
doesn't-
chop the top off, like,
Off the mango and was scooping it out high watching Top Gun. Like that visual to me, Dave's sitting in the dark watching Tom Cruise and what's his face.
and eating a mango, yeah, that's funny. For
yeah,
sure.
it's a funny visual.
Sure.
Why can't I just laugh at that?
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you guys were making it seem like me. The topic was mango. Oh my God, that's an exotic fruit. You eat
It
mango?
is. It's. If you had been like, yeah, I had like, or even like when we did the dozen and Feidelberg had 9 apples. I'm like, he got called out because that was an odd behavior. Eating a full mango by yourself, watching Top Gun.
That's why I brought it up. I'm like, yeah, I was stoned and I fucking destroyed a mango.
Supposedly, they actually make you more high
That's
as
what
well.
someone just said in here.
Danny
yeah.
just said that.
Yep.
I don't
Maybe-
remember that. Maybe it happened.
Maybe Danny and I smoke weed every now and then.
I think Chief's reaching, Dave.
You're
Eddie's
such an ass kiss.
He's a divide and conquer guy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
That's
Hey, Dave, don't let him do that.
I'm
to
not.
us.
I'm not.
Chief, you're reaching, dude.
When's the last time you had a mango, Eddie?
I've actually never had one.
What?
wow.
I'll bring you one in tomorrow.
All right, we'll do
I'm just gonna
mangoes.
eat it on the show.
I think it's maybe the juiciest fruit.
It's a great fruit.
No way. Plums
It's
are
great.
undefeated. Plums, you're getting it all over your shirt.
I feel like a plum is like an old person fruit.
I like
Still the
plums.
juiciest.
And
not
your
less.
plums and prunes, I think you're mistaken.
Prunes
Am I?
are the old person. You
Yeah.
gotta-
But
you
I
gotta
mean, I
split
like
that
plums,
shit.
but they still make me think of like old people. Maybe the
Aren't
color
prunes
plum.
plums though?
I don't know.
And raisins are grapes. Yeah, I'm
You
right.
might be
Prunes-
right about that.
I
Yeah,
think
dried
prunes
grapes.
might be dates. Is that wrong?
I
You
think
might be
dates
right
is
there.
its own thing.
I feel like dates are like hot in the
Or
streets.
figs.
Right?
Figs are gross.
I actually
know.
kind of like figs. There's just like the
Have you ever
texture.
seen how they're made?
Yeah, I've eaten them off of a tree.
Oh, then you ate some fly cum.
Fly cum?
Yeah, I watched a video probably 7 years ago about how fig trees get pollinated and how they fruit. You'll never eat one again. It's disgusting.
I've heard enough. I don't want to eat figs no more. Fig Newtons included.
Yeah, and then they like die in there, and then it's just fly cum, and that's your fig
Ah,
and a dead fly.
Yeah, prunes are just dried and pitted plums.
Okay.
so you're right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Then why don't they
So
make
they
you
are for
shit?
old people.
Plums.
They do
I'm pretty
make you
sure
shit.
plums make you shit your brains out.
Do they?
Do they?
Like enough of them are
But
crazy
prune, but like
diuretic.
prune juice. I remember that. Like
I think it's
my dad-
concentrated.
Yeah,
plum.
maybe.
When I was
Especially if
in,
it's
juice.
warm
But
prune
why wouldn't you
juice.
just call it plum juice?
Because
it's
it's a
dried
prune.
lemons.
It's a different. I think.
But
probably
there's no
different now.
raisin juice, but
When
there
I
is
was-
grape juice.
when I was in 6th grade, there were 8th graders cutting weight to make football,
Mm-hmm.
and
Prune juice.
they were slamming
laxatives.
prune juice. Yeah,
Just shit in their pants.
yeah. They were
We
shitting
would
their
do
white
when
football pants.
I mean, I would this for football. What did you say, wrestling or football?
Football.
Football. I was always ounces for. I would sleep with the windows open in fucking 30-degree weather to shiver. Prior to me developing a gross nicotine habit, I would spit in water bottles because I heard you lost water weight that way. So I'd just fill up water bottles, starve myself, obviously. Run miles and miles and miles in hoodies and fucking early before football started. It was bad. So unhealthy.
Oh yeah, the sauna suits.
Do you think that maybe stunted your growth?
How skinny were you at
No.
the time?
8th grade, I was probably 5'7", $170, 75.
Me too.
But I was like kind of yoked because there was no fat on me at the time. Like a little bit yoked.
Really?
Same.
You were yoked?
Yeah. I was this height, and I was like 165 in like 8th grade. I was like working out 4 days a week for volleyball and cheerleading.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that was huge.
What?
Were
like,
you
would
one of the
lift?
base like
I was
holders?
I was a back spot, so I was the tallest, but I could also do a stunt. I could single man, like they call it single man, because usually it's the men doing it. But I could lift a girl, she was like 125, and like put her in a full extension by myself,
Jesus.
like above my head. Like I had so much core strength. I haven't worked out in
Since
10 years, so I mean, I've obviously have a little bit of muscle memory, thankfully. But
Yeah.
if I started working out again, it'd be over for you guys. I'd be
Dude.
swollest person in the office.
Sounds like it. Dude, cheerleading's no joke.
it was like a big time workout regimen. We would always like that, and they would do it in the halls. They were doing push-ups all the time.
Dave's making a face.
Dave doesn't think girls can be athletes.
I don't think cheerleading is a sport.
Have you
I-
ever
I-
seen?
you don't
Have
think
you seen that show Cheer on Netflix?
Oh, it was a great show. I was in
Awesome
love with
show.
that. The coach.
No, I'm
Monica?
joking. I don't care.
Yeah.
So do you not consider gymnastics a sport then?
No, a sport needs a ball, and you need to play defense. That's my final.
You're such a Neanderthal.
Am I wrong?
Yes, you are wrong. Can you do a back tuck?
Nope.
So does that mean you're not athletic? And you also were on record at Bolero saying if you roll under a 100, then you're a pussy, and you did just
Oh
that.
yeah, I was. Yeah, I got. Yeah,
That's true.
I did say that. Yeah.
I don't. So can you even do a cartwheel?
I bet you can do a cartwheel.
Nah, probably not. No.
Then you can't call out cheerleading on not being a sport. I get it. I get
Did
this-
okay? Hold on. Let me.
I get
let
like
me,
the dancing.
Let me back you
but-
up.
What about wrestling?
Did I?
Yeah. What about wrestling?
Success.
What about
You're
wrestling?
playing defense, and it's
No ball.
combat.
Technically, you're playing defense.
Combat.
You're playing defense with people's lives in the fucking air when you're cheerleading.
That's a
You're
stretch.
defending gravity.
But let me ask you a question. Did I successfully piss you off with?
No, I don't get pissed off about girl sports.
Ooh, you sound a little pissed right now.
No, I'm just pissed because you're saying that it's not a sport when you can't do it.
Oh, but there's
I
lots of
can't.
things
Yeah,
I can't do that are sports.
I can't shoot a
Like-
basketball.
You could, but you can. You maybe not well.
I can attempt a cartwheel.
do it.
I will later on.
Prove it right now.
But I mean, if I was a quadriplegic, I wouldn't be allowed to say what's a sport and what's not. I actually do
Yeah,
believe
I-
that. I do.
Yeah.
In a way.
No.
Well, that's by what she said because they couldn't be able. They
No,
couldn't do it
I'm on
themselves.
your side.
I do think that sports should have some element of defense and scoring.
So is
and
fencing not a sport? It doesn't have a ball.
It's combat, in his words.
I just think that
there's
that's,
4 sports: baseball, football, hockey, basketball. I'll throw UFC in there now. Those 5 sports,
so
like cricket,
so
sure,
re-
that's
so-
a
so
sport, but
wrestling's not a sport.
nah, fuck it.
So you literally would starve yourself, spit in bottles, and shiver
That
at
was
night
for
because
football.
it's not a sport.
That was for football.
I think you can make.
you had to
an
make
argument.
you had to make weight for football.
When you're a kid, you do. If you want to carry the ball.
If you don't want to be a
it
striker.
depends. It depends.
That's never happened, and I feel like in Louisiana you just get as big as possible, and they just hand you the ball.
It depends on the city you grew up in.
They
Well,
don't
why
play,
you're better
we don't
than
play
us.
that kind of ball up north.
Yeah, it's that cold ball.
It's a little different. So, I'm telling you, watch this show and you'll be amazed.
You're going to be a
No, I
cheerleader
know.
in no time.
Cheerleaders, gymnasts, they do unbelievable things that I could never dream of doing.
Is Simone Biles
Sure.
a better athlete than like Prince Fielder?
Prince Fielder actually was a good athlete
Well,
for his size. I know what
Pick
you're
a
getting at.
pick a big fat guy.
Yeah.
David Wells.
There's a good one. Probably.
I just think, I mean, I get the argument of not calling it a sport, but at the same time, like, then you're like splitting hairs. I mean, these people are like dedicating their entire lives to this. Like, I mean, doing it since they were like 2-3 years old, and now they're like, in the Olympics doing it.
There's a lot of things in the Olympics though that are fucking not sports.
like what?
Like rifle shooting. Come on, that's not a sport.
Sydney would say different.
Probably.
I mean, that's.
But like my
But
my point is,
isn't
I'm
that sport-
arguing. Actually, I drove Donnie home yesterday. He showed me that. I can't believe I'd never seen this. Where Portnoy was on who was it? Piers Morgan maybe, and
the
they were
cricket
talking
thing.
about cricket. He's like, "Sweet, it might be awesome. Doesn't matter here. Like 4 things matter here.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Cheerleading matters. So without them, then y'all wouldn't have anyone to have cheered for
Bears
you after
don't-
you made weight.
True.
That is
True.
true. We did have
we
cheerleaders.
did it all for the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, hearing that, give me the V dot the I, curl the CTRY, victory chant.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Victory.
Did you do that one?
Yeah.
That one traveled, huh? That was down in the
I
fucking...
mean, I feel like there was just a very generic cheers that everyone
Everybody did the
had.
same
Yeah.
one.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
One time, the competing cheerleaders for the other team, they had like nothing ready, and they were just copying our cheerleaders' cheers to the point where they accidentally said our team name instead
Oh,
of theirs.
really?
Brutal.
We would have like cheer offs, and like we would meet each other halfway at halftime in the middle of the track and like pretend like we were friends and like introduce the cheerleader to the other side. But really, it was just all like a big dick measuring competition.
Damn, what kind of Bring It On school did you go to?
Yeah. Did you go to the championships and stuff? Aren't they at Disney
Oh no,
World?
no! This was just like during football games. We would like have to walk over to the other side, and they're like, "This is Megan," and I'm like, "I'd have to do a jump or like do whatever, or
that's
do."
weird.
But then there'd be girls that could do like triple back tucks, like or like standing back tucks, not triple back tucks. 'Cause that's not a thing.
Were they like, her name is Megan, and you know what she's got?
What does she got?
She's got a team, and it's hotter than hot.
How hot is hot? Okay, that's enough.
Sing along, Dave.
Come on, Dave, jump. Do you?
I don't know that one. I don't think.
Come on. That's
That's
I-
one. That's 1-1 maybe.
yeah. That's probably 1-1.
Say it again.
You were on the
Cheerleading
sidelines not
drafts?
paying attention.
Or what else? Birds cold in here. Must be
I know that
Sure.
one.
Bro,
It's cool. That's just from a
she's
movie.
gonna
Though.
beat the whoopsie out of you. You never heard that?
I don't know that one either.
That's
Beat
the
whoops.
same one.
Bird, it's cold in here?
No, the
No.
one before that.
Oh. I know Bird, it's cold in here.
Oh yeah, that's from
Let's
Bring It On. Yeah.
The Clovers. They were the fire squad.
Let's see what Dave can do. And now it's your turn to
Did you watch
cheer.
Zoom as a kid, Dave?
Zoom.
That was a
Yeah.
great show.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
great show.
Great show. I
Shout out
love the entrance.
WTTW.
Yeah.
It was great.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I think so.
They were all
that's-
jumping.
Zoom.
Can you play that? It's on WTTW. I feel like that's fair use, no?
It was like educational, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. It was like a free. Speaking of which, you know Arthur just went off the air? Did I talk about this? yet?
No.
The aardvark? The one that just
Yeah.
had, I mean, I feel like he had some like growth with the meme a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
the
Yeah,
fist.
the fist meme was huge.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like we could have had another 10 years at least.
I think after The Simpsons, he was like one of the longest running animated. And
It's crazy he's an aardvark.
yeah. It's not up there yet.
Yeah,
that's
that's not
saying-
what I remember.
What the fuck is this? Come on, Lance. What are you, 22? There it is.
There we go. That's better. I knew it had way more flavor.
The modern mix.
Oh,
Come on and
You remember this, Dave?
come on.
I have never seen this in my life.
Come on and
It wasn't a bad show.
come on and
I remember this because my sister, who's 3 years younger, would watch it.
It was great.
Oh, yeah, I'm Zoe. Yeah, they did their intros.
How? I've never seen this.
Hey.
The TVY7 SNL.
All right, I've seen enough.
Let Lenise cook.
Yeah. Let Lance.
Thank you for
learn.
that memory. I totally forgot about Zoom. That made me so happy.
Yeah.
Which station was this on?
PBS.
PBS, yeah. PBS
Never
kids.
watched it.
It was like
11.
back to back with Arthur.
You didn't have very much on.
I didn't
you had
watch Arthur 'cause
Basic cable as well. That's
DW.
why I watched it. I didn't
Yeah,
have
it was. Yeah, it was
just
on
basic
regular
cable.
Yeah. It was usually on at like the after school program.
What was that, Dave?
Yeah, you didn't like DW?
Mm-mm. People always made fun of me for it, so I never watched it.
Oh, yeah, same initials.
Yep.
You know him, the fist meme is from an episode where he slaps his sister.
No, really.
And there's like a lightning bolt in the background and everything. It was pretty
His
dramatic.
sister always was like trying to stir shit up. Though.
I mean, would you?
She had it coming.
Hey, a girl can say
One of
it.
these.
Why did she make the Folgers the right way?
His sister Arthur did.
Yeah, man.
You don't remember her? She had the little pink jumpsuit.
Oh yeah. I'm saying she hit her. That's
I
crazy.
thought he had a sister.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Dora Winifred. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah,
Duh.
that's what DW stands for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arthur was great.
I agree. I liked it a lot.
I never. I just
I was
never
a
watched
little old
it.
for it.
Yeah. I don't know.
The musical
fine.
all time. Jekyll, Jekyll, having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. No one? Wow.
Didn't remember that one.
Come on.
Is that the Dewey Decimal System?
Yeah.
One? Yeah, that was great.
Jekyll
yeah.
High?
Can y'all
Dewey
believe?
Decimal System is a piece of shit.
I was just about to say, can y'all believe like the shit that we used to have to do when we would write papers in the library and
He just
shit
doesn't know how
using
to
the
use
Dewey
it.
Decimal System?
Yeah.
Do you know how to
So
use
hard.
it?
Yeah, it was.
Citing all those sources
had
from the
brutal.
encyclopedia
Dude,
and
that
almanacs.
was terrible.
We
Citing
had to take
sources.
once a year in college
Bibliographies?
Oh,
a
bibliographies.
fucking class for that, and it was the most boring class. And every year it was the exact same thing, and I hated it. So I actually know what I am on your side. Fuck the Dewey Decimal System.
Fuck the Dewey Decimal System.
We had to learn how to use all the.
We need Chief to hop on, and we need Danny to also co-sign. It's a fuck the Dewey Decimal System.
I
my
It's
just
a
homies
great
hate the
way to
Dewey
find
Decimal
novels.
System.
but I feel like that's a thing. It just doesn't exist anymore.
Dewey Decimal System?
Where would that ever be
No,
in use?
I asked the librarian, where do I go? Where do I find where the wild things are?
Are there librarians still?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, they
That's
are
a
librarians.
good profession.
There's a
They
lot of
probably make
libraries.
$100,000 a year with a fat
Make
pension.
70 something.
I will say though, they don't usually. They're not like checking out books the way that they used to because you have
Right.
your self scanners. But they help you sign up for library cards. They run programs, things of that nature.
Okay.
Put books back.
I feel like that would have been one of those jobs that got eliminated by computers.
Putting books back.
No, it's a good paid job, like 70 something grand a year.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a lot
called
of
the
libraries
library?
too. Like
You're shitting
every
on
neighborhood here
librarians?
has multiple libraries.
We have a great library where I live. It's
Do
really
you?
cute. Yeah, they have
Do-
like
now,
cooking
do
classes
your kids
there.
enjoy the library?
Yeah, no, they really like the library.
Really?
Yeah, it's a sick library that we have though.
Libraries are kind of like.
I
if
used
it's
to
nice,
love the
it
library.
is very relaxing.
I'd go there every day after school and play
What,
the
just
Oregon
'cause it's-
Trail.
Oh, Oregon Trail was awesome.
Every
But like,
day.
how can you say that you like libraries but you don't fuck with the Dewey Decimal System? That's the essential thing of the library.
I didn't say I go to libraries, but I like the idea of them.
Okay.
You know, like I like.
There's
Okay.
like lots of books that I could read in there if I
Yes.
wanted to.
And I like they usually smell.
Yeah, no, I like the
Pretty
smell.
good.
I like the smell of a book.
Yeah, and the chairs are usually like it's clean. and
I
it's-
used to feel that way about Barnes and Noble too. Like I used to love Barnes and Noble.
Well,
Dude,
Barnes and Noble was fun. They had like other games and stuff too. They
It
had
was
like
great.
tons of stuff.
Got a
There's usually
coffee.
the Starbucks in it.
Yeah.
I think
Borders used to beat the shit out of Barnes and Noble.
What
Either
is
one,
it?
bookstores.
Borders?
I don't think
You guys
we-
have those?
don't
I think I was
so.
more of a Barnes and Noble.
We were
Noble
Books a
guy.
Million and just
Ooh, I
Barnes and
haven't heard
Noble.
of
We-
I think like Starbucks lobbies killed the library. Everyone just goes there now. No one's actually checking out books. They're just going there for peace and to work on their laptop.
Yeah, but I think that's stupid.
I enjoy a good like if I'm reading, I want to read a book. I don't want to read like on like a tablet or
But I
like.
feel
on
like
my
you're,
iPad.
you're
I
ordering a
hate-
book
yeah, I'll
before
do-
you go to the library these days.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'd probably just buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Precisely. Or
The last
little
time I checked
libraries
a
they
book
have.
out was like 2012
What
from
was
the
it?
library. Stock investing for dummies. I was gonna,
Outsiders.
I was gonna learn passive income and turn money into more money, all that
Make
stuff.
your money work for you.
Exactly. I read one chapter, put it away. It was like $30 book, and I still haven't paid it, and it's been in collections for like a decade. Fucking up my credit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why don't you just?
So actually, that guy digging into my taxes, he might dig that up.
Overdue library book.
I still have it too. I still have the book.
Do you know what library it was? Because I'd like to
I
let the
do.
librarian know that Dave
Warrenville Public Library.
Dave still has investing for dummies.
I've been looking for this motherfucker
Did-
for years.
I think they stopped doing that though. They stopped ruining people's credit for not bringing back a $5 book.
It's in collections, yeah.
Yeah, they might have stopped. Like,
How often you get a call about that?
Never, but I do know like it came up when I bought my condo. It's like this $30 collection. Like I'm like, oh, didn't
Why
turn
would
the
you just pay
library
it?
Principal.
You know what? I like that, Dave.
the Wheaton Library.
Yeah.
You can fucking you spent more time trying to hunt down that $30. It's not worth it to them anymore. So if, like that's my thought.
You have that. You still have it, didn't you? When you did
I do.
your cribs.
I have it. It's on my dresser as we speak.
Have
I
you read
haven't-
any more?
Haven't even considered reading another word of that book.
I feel like you owe it to yourself to finish it.
Maybe we should start a book club.
That's a war I can't win.
You could be so
Reading
rich.
a book? Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, I didn't say you had to. You got mad at me.
Thought it was a good idea.
I just thought maybe you would
When was the last time you read
better
a book?
yourself.
That's a good question.
Dude, I have a hard time. Like, it's like my ADD is like not.
Do you do audiobooks?
No,
No.
I'm not opposed to them. Maybe I should.
That's when I read when I was pregnant, which was like 5 years ago.
Really? Like baby
Audiobooks?
books?
No, it was just like a regular book. We were on our way to San Diego, and I read 400 pages, and like I never read either, so I like was really proud of myself for finishing
Yeah.
that book.
Resourceful people still go to the library though. It's smart. You know how much money people pay, like book readers?
And my cousin's an author. She works in a library. She makes decent money.
An author? What'd she write?
She writes like young adult novels. She's like has like one. It's like
Damn.
like necromancing the stone. There's like she's like kind of like Harry, like more fantasy books, but
Junie
yeah.
B. Jones.
No, Judy B. Jones. That's my Lish McBride. That's she's up in Washington. She's been writing for a long time. So
Lish.
yeah.
All right then, Megan. Thanks for hopping in with us.
Thank you for having me. Dave, no more just raw food down the.
I don't
the
have to do it anymore.
Actually, when it is bad, I will just take it out straight to the garbage can
I'm proud of
because
you.
I don't want that sitting in my apartment.
There you go.
You're talking about the ladies or the food?
Oh.
Just kidding.
Maybe both.
Oh. I meant bad in like a good way.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. That's it for today's mid show. We'll be back on Thursday. We will see you then.